If having colorful African cichlids is something you want, then this video's for you. What's up, YouTube? This is Paul, the Inventory King. Hope everyone's doing well. We're going to talk about five things that you could do to help your African cichlids, your aquarium fish, color up faster. As we all know, if you have an aquarium, you want it to be colorful. You want it to be beautiful, whether it's the fish, plants, decor, etc. Today we're going to be talking about the fish, mainly African cichlids. So, number one on the list is going to be quality food. Quality food is something that is extremely important. You think about us. If we eat poor food, we're going to have poor health. And if we have poor health, we're not going to look good and we're not going to feel good. So it's important to feed your African cichlids high quality food. To each his own. That will be up to you to decide. I personally use Northfin. There is some new products that I may be giving a shot here in the near future, but as of right now, I feed Northfin. It's always been good for me. It's been a staple, and from what I can tell, the fish love it. Great size, great growth, great color. So quality food is extremely important. That's going to be number one. Number two on the list is going to be water changes / maintenance. If you are going to push your tank past the limit, and what I mean is you have a lot of excess food, detritus, your filters are just haven't been cleaned in a year. These are all things that are going to cause your fish to not be colored up. And it's because they're stressed, because the water quality is poor. So keeping a regular water change schedule is going to be important. We all go past them at times. It happens. As long as we try our best to stay on a regimen, it's going to help the fish be healthier. It's going to help the fish thrive and be more colorful. Now, maintenance, things like filters and whatnot. We don't want to clean that stuff too often because we want that beneficial bacteria to keep growing to help combat all of the things in your aquarium, the excess food, the detritus, to getting that ammonia, and going through the nitrogen cycle. So number two, water changes and maintenance. You keep up on that, your fish are going to have good color. Number three is going to be remove the bully. Everybody who has ever kept African cichlids know there are bullies in the tank. They are bullies. They are a more aggressive fish that is for the fish keeper who has patience and is willing to go the distance. Now, what I mean by that is it's very easy to just say, I don't want to deal with it because they're too aggressive. There's a bully in here. It's causing too many problems. But if you strategically remove these bullies, you're going through the motions and you can see that there's a fish being a bully and really picking on someone. Remove it. Put it in timeout. I've got videos on putting fish in timeout, etc. So if you're gonna remove that bully, typically the next fish is gonna rise up to the number one tank boss. Now that could be bad. They could be as aggressive as the bully you removed, or they can be the tank boss but not as aggressive as the bully, which can help settle the tank down, help settle the stress, and your fish are going to have more color. If you got a bully in there bullying all the fish around, they're not going to have color. They may have faint color, but because they're under constant stress and swimming for their life and hiding, they're not going to display that beautiful coloration that we love about our African cichlids. So again, number three is get the bully out of there. You may have to rehome it. You may have to sell it. You may be able to put it back in after some time and it's fine. But again, it's better to remove that fish for the health and overall healthiness of the tank. Number four, overfilter. If you keep African cichlids, you know they poop a lot. You know that they create a mess. They are messy eaters, and over filtering our water is key. Now let's take an example. This aquarium here, my 220 gallon tank. I have 3 canister filters on here. I have 2 FX6s and I have 1 Sun HW304B. So the FX6s are rated for about 500 gallons, I believe. Cut that in half between the media and the water flowing through the hoses. So let's just say it's 200 and let's just say it's 225, okay? And I got 2 of those, so that is 450 gallons right there. The Sun does about 500 or so. Let's do that one down to 200. So I got around 750 to 800 gallons of water being filtered every hour on this tank. So 220 gallons times 3 is going to be 660. So as you can see, we're turning this tank over 3+ times an hour. This is crucial to fish having color, because when the water is clean, your beneficial bacteria is combating everything that can cause stress. Your fish are going to be colorful because the stress and the water is clean. Very important to overfilter. Spend the extra money, buy a filter, buy 2 filters, because at the end of the day, you will reap the rewards of overfiltering your water. So that number 4 is going to be overfiltration. And number 5 is do your best to create a stress-free environment. Not always the easiest thing to do with African cichlids. They're bullies, we know, they're territorial, we know. But if we can provide these fish with a stress-free environment, or let's put it this way, a low-stress environment, that is going to help these fish thrive even more. Things like hiding places, things like I mentioned before, removing a bully, overfilter, quality food, water changes, providing these stress-free environments or low-stress environments are going to help the fish stay colored or color up. And that's because when they're not stressed, they're just living in their aquarium and you're going to get the most out of them. So again, number 5 is going to be create a stress-free environment. So if we go down the line, we got quality food as number 1, we got water changes as number 2, we got remove the bully as number 3, we got overfilter as 4, and number 5 is going to be stress-free environment. These things, these 5 tips, there's plenty more, but these 5 are what I wanted to share with you guys and you gals out there who keep African cichlids, who keep aquarium fish in general, that by going by these as a guideline, it's going to help your fish stay colored up or color up faster. So I wanted to share those 5 tips with you guys. I hope this was helpful. In the comment section below, let me know which of these you agree with, which of these you disagree with, what you do to help your fish stay colored up. Would love to know in the description, or excuse me, in the comments down below. Definitely let us know, let me know. I like to reply to all the comments. I like to be involved with everybody who's watching the videos. If you could leave a like, would love it. If you could hit the subscribe button, would love that even more. And if you can share so people can see this information, that's awesome. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all my subscribers, my non-subscribers, everybody who stops in to watch this video. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check it out. Again, I hope this information was helpful, and stay tank.